Hi, collective. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at new love for those of you who are interested in that. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's an email address in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So I am going to pull an Angel Wisdom Tarot card for you to see what Spirit wants to tell you. Okay. So here it is. It's the Two of Cups. So it says, falling in love or the resurgence of a romantic relationship, forgiveness and the ending of challenges, exchanging gifts. Don't give up on people you love. Okay. So Spirit is saying, Spirit is watching over you here in the form of this Cupid. And, you are destined or headed towards having the type of love you deserve and you desire. Okay. That's what I feel like Spirit is wanting to tell you with this card. Okay, so now we're gonna move on. The overall energy for this reading is the Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign or someone with a lot of Earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This card is talking about, again, what you want. You want a Two of Cups love. You want the Lover's card, I feel like. This is talking about something grounded, stable, and committed. You want someone who is going to come in and be as serious as you are in love and for the two of you to see eye to eye, okay? You want it to be grounded and stable. The next card is the King of Cups. Okay. Water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. For me, this is the Cancer card. It could also, mean somebody has, Scorpio or Pisces in their chart as well, or you could have. This is about balance. Okay. In order for you to achieve this type of love that you want, that's grounded and stable and committed, you have to be balanced. And so does your partner. All right. Underneath this, we have the Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign or someone with a lot of Earth in their chart, towards Virgo, Capricorn. This is someone that's coming towards you, albeit they're coming slowly because this is the slowest night in the deck. But this is what you want. You don't want somebody jumping in, being very impulsive, because I feel like for those of you who are in twin flame connections, that's what you had. You had somebody come in very impulsively, made you feel certain things. And then when you tried to give them your sentiments or let them know how you felt, they ran in the other direction. And that's not what you want. You want somebody to be slow. This energy is grounded and it's stable. And it, like I said, it moves slowly. So you don't have somebody saying, oh, I thought I felt like this, but now I feel like that, or running from you and all that type of stuff. You want commitment. And this is the type of energy we're trying to look at. Okay. All right. Let's start by clarifying this Queen of Pentacles. Hang on. Yeah. This is about you being, of course, in your divine feminine energy. This is like the Empress card. This is about you stepping into the energy that you need to embody in order to have the type of healthy relationship you want. Okay. So when it comes to this new person, let's clarify for them. Yeah, this is like you got the ladybug. Okay. It says a vibrant, abundant life. This is where you're headed towards. Okay. Somebody that's going to bring you balance. Okay. You'll be in a situation where you're in good health, comfort, happiness. And for some of you, it's talking at the bottom of the card. It says the birth of a daughter. So this will be someone with whom you can have a family with, if that's what you're wanting. Okay. So Spirit is saying, in order for you to have this, you need to make sure you step into this energy. So for those of you that are on the twin flame journey, you still got to heal your thing. You guys still got to heal your stuff so that you'll be able to welcome in new energies, as well as the old. Okay. All right. So the first card we're going to take a look at here, or the first two cards, represent your relationship foundation. So we've got the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Again, Earth sign or someone with a lot of Earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this is going to be the foundation of the connection between you and the new love. Okay. This is going to be somebody coming in who is going to want to offer you commitment. And, it may start off as a small page offering, but it's going to get better. Okay. It's going to grow from there. Okay. It's going to grow into the Knight and then again into the King and the Queen. But it has to start off, somewhere, because I feel like this is for a lot of you, this is someone new, someone that you don't know. It is not a love that's returning from the past. Okay. Let's clarify. So we've got passive. This is again about you learning to find your voice. This is about you learning how to set your boundaries and not be in a passive aggressive energy, okay? Because this type of energy is not going to aid you in the pursuit of this type of love, okay, that you want to have with this new person. All right, let me get another card. Page of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Ooh. Okay, and we've got the Summer Waxing Crescent card, and this is talking about major opportunities, expansion, enjoyment, positivity, okay? And at the bottom of the card, it says, wait, things will unfold. So this is coming, okay? This is coming, but you got to make sure you do what it is you need to do to prepare for this, okay? And so it is on the way. It's going to, any relationship that you get into is going to require growth on your part and on your person's part. Okay, the next card we're going to take a look at is your emotions. And we have the Queen of Cups, water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is for me the Scorpio card, okay? And then look, we had the King of Cups that was, in the deck. So the two of you will be, a couple. So with the Queen of Cups, this is about like you getting in touch with your feelings, being more open to how you feel, like being able to fill your cup up and have it overflow so that when this new person comes in, this new love comes in, it's going to, you're going to be able to share your cup of love with him and not deplete yourself. Because I feel like in the past, that's what's happened, is that you have tried to give your cup to people when it wasn't full. And then you end up angry, okay? And trying to find your voice in the relationship from someone who's siphoning off of you. And we don't want those types of relationships anymore. We're not going towards that anymore. So I feel like this anger may be residual anger that's coming from the past experiences you've had. It can also, speak of, for those of you that are on the twin flame journey, the spiritual awakening, the way that your person treated you, the way that your twin treated you in the past. Okay. Okay. The next card represents your person's emotions, this new person that's coming in, and we've got the Fool. Look at that, the clown. It's this is talking about this person wanting to take a leap of faith. So this person is going to come in and want to give you the commitment that, like I said, you both deserve and desire. So you won't have someone withholding their feelings from you, running from you, all that type of stuff. This person is going to come and stand in their truth and let you know exactly how they feel. Okay, let's clarify. Fool. Okay, so we've got guidance. So spirit, this is just spirit saying for you to listen to your intuition when it comes to this person, because when they come in, you may not want, it may be difficult for you to trust them, especially, coming off the back of the twin flame journey, those of you who are on it, where this person mistreated you. But even if you're not on the twin flame journey, those of you who are looking for love, I feel like a lot of you have been burned in the past by, different prospects that you were dealing with. Okay. But this person is going to be completely and entirely different, but it also has to do with the level of healing you've done to be able to bring this person in. All right. Okay. The next two cards we're going to take a look at are going to be the challenges in this connection. So we've got the Seven of Swords and we've got the Five of Swords. So I feel like the Seven of Swords is talking about you having trust issues because in the past you've had a lot of people lie to you, mistreat you, the same things we just talked about, right? Lie to you, mistreat you, make you feel like you're not worthy. For some of you, you could have been their punching bag. Some of you literally, some of you, figuratively. Okay. And then we've got the Five of Swords. This can talk about, mind games. I feel like these were things that you experienced in the past relationships. And because of that, you may still carry around residual energy from what has happened between you and these other people in the past. I feel like for a lot of you in the collective, you have not been treated well at all when it comes to relationships, but that is where your self-love comes in. Okay. You got to love yourself and pour into yourself as much as possible. You have to fill this cup up as much as you possibly can so that, you have the strength to deal with these things. Because remember, I always tell you, what you don't The things that you don't work on or the issues that you carry around in your energy are the things that are the very things that are going to come up when you get into a relationship with someone else. It doesn't matter if it's your twin or not. There's still going to be things that show up, and there's still going to be things that trigger you. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, so we've got spirit animal. It says a reflection of you crosses your path to guide or protect you on your journey, a metaphor for someone or something you can relate to, or you relate to, or admire. I feel like this is coming up. This is your twin jumping into the reading. And I feel like what spirit is saying is that is the entire reason, the whole reason that this twin shows up in your life is to mirror to you the things that you need to focus on. Okay, which is like the 7 and the 5, the 5 of swords. Okay, because like I said, you may have felt defeated in relationships in the past because of a lot of betrayal that's happened. Because with this card, I don't know why in this energy, for some reason, I can't speak. This could be this new person. They may feel a little intimidated at first in the connection, and it could be, them tripping over themselves to speak. Okay. But anyway, with the 7 of swords, this can also be betrayal, like third party situations. Like I said, I feel like a lot of you have been through a lot of garbage when it comes to relationships. And because of that, that is one of the reasons this person showed up, the twin flame. It was for you to see what it is that the glaringly obvious things that you need to heal, so that you don't continue to drag them around like a bag lady or a bag man into different relationships. Okay, because all of that stuff, relationships are gonna be a test anyway. But when you bring in extra things, and we're all gonna bring in things. Everybody has baggage. Nobody lives this life and gets out unscathed. But it's the level of things. Okay, and a lot of times it's just a situation where if you can bring it down to a level where you're going to be able to handle situations, because it's going to come up. It's going to come up. So you should expect it to come up, is what spirit is saying. Okay. All right. So the last card represents the potential outcome. So we've got judgment. And I feel like this is spirit just saying a second chance in love with a new person. So this is for those of you that are on the TF journey, this is the other person. This is representing the other person who's going to come in, because I told you a lot of you are going to have a choice, or all of you are going to have a choice. If this TF doesn't show up like they're supposed to, this person comes along, and I feel like this person is going to be who triggers your TF to come in and want to try to do right. And like I said, at the end of the day, the choice is up to you who you decide to be with or not be with. All right. Hold on. Judgment. Okay, so we've got, healing. Spirit is saying, there needs to be healing. There needs to be, shadow work. Nobody likes to hear that. Nobody wants to do it. I don't want to do it. I've done so much healing in my life until I've had it up to here. But there's still other things that I need to do. And if I want my relationships to turn out the way that I want them to, I gotta do the work. I don't have no choice. Because I don't want to get into a relationship, and I'm sure you don't, where there's going to be a lot of chaos because I didn't focus on the things that I needed to focus on outside of the connection. And it's the same thing for your person. They've got things to do as well. The new person does too, or they may have already done their work. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune that's showing up. This is talking about, fate. So this person is fated to come into your life, just like the twin flame was. This is destiny. It's saying this is about you getting what you deserve. And see at the bottom of the card, it's out of your hands. So you're not in control of how this plays out. Okay. You just have to prepare yourself and stand in the proper energy so you can bring the person in. Okay. Because you got to move on from this other person and get yourself together. The TF is what I'm talking about. You got to move on from that person and focus on the things that you need to take a look at. All right. That have happened to you. And like I said, I know it sucks because this is some shit somebody else did to you. And now you gotta go and clear this stuff out of your energy so that you're not bringing it into the next relationship. And I know it sucks, but I mean, we have to do what we have to do. Okay. All right. And the other card that fell, this is talking about, it's Lily, and it's saying experience, longevity. This is going to be somebody very mature. Okay. They may be very career oriented. It's about development. And this may be a relationship where, you know, you and this person are in such a long-term relationship that, you know, you retire together. That's how long you'll be with this person, and I'm sure beyond that. Okay. All right. Let's get a divine love oracle card and see what Spirit wants to tell you. So we got 2 that fell. We got the first one. It says secrets. This connection is affected by hidden factors that are unknown and unseen by the other person. Okay. So I feel like Spirit is talking about these are your secrets. So you may, you know, end up having a talk with your person, with the new person about this twin flame, because they're going to show up. They're going to show up to throw some kinks in your, you know, in what it is you're trying to do. And so, you know, it will probably behoove you to warn this person and let them know what is happening. Okay. Like I said, you don't have to tell them about the spiritual elements and the telepathy and all that kind of crap. You don't have to tell them about that. But you know, you got to be like, hey, I got an ex that's probably going to try to show up or whatever. Okay. Then we've got perspective. A different outlook on the situation is needed. Okay. So this reminds me of the hangman. Okay. Like the person that hangs themselves upside down in order to enlighten themselves, to look at the situation differently, you know, in order to aid in them healing and letting go of things that no longer serve them. So that's what I feel like Spirit is saying. Look at it a different way so that you can let go of the baggage that you're carrying around that's being represented by the 5 and the 7 of swords. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's get some messages and see what the new person wants to say. Let me get this other card, the soulmate love messages. Okay. This is what was at the top of the deck that I was just shuffling. It says, I just want to be with you, period. Okay. So this is somebody that's going to see you and want to just be with you. They not out there still trying to sow they, you know, royal oats or wild oats or whatever it is that they're doing. You know, some people are doing. This is going to be someone that sees you and sees your value off the bat and just wants to be with you. Okay. And then here's another one. It says, don't ever forget that I love you. So this person, you know, is going to be someone that really and truly loves you. Okay. Let me get some more. Yeah. So we've got your beauty or your handsomeness, if it's a guy watching, is so captivating that I forget to blink. Okay. So you kind of make this, you probably take this person's breath away. Okay. Then we've got, since I met you, I have more energy to push towards my goals. All right. So you inspire this person. And then we've got, I remember the first day we met, it was like yesterday. All right. So this is going to be somebody I feel like who's going to be very romantic, really want to, you know, be with you, be in love with you, be in the situation with you. I keep seeing all these messages, and then it's got, look, you're the one for me. So this person's going to be certain about you. There isn't going to be somebody running off, going on with other people, or, you know, running from you when you try to tell them how you feel. I feel like this is going to be somebody forthcoming with their feelings. You know, probably even before you get a chance to say anything, they're going to try to say anything. But I feel like you're going to be very cautious, collective. I feel like, especially those of you who have been through this twin flame journey or are going on it now, I don't feel like you're going to be one to want to just jump in with both feet because of the way you've been hurt in this other connection and probably other connections before that. That's why both the 5 and the 7 of swords are showing up. Okay. Because it's talking about betrayal, mind games, you know, feeling defeated, all these types of things, and winning, you know, somebody trying to win at all costs and hurt you at all costs. And this person is going to be the complete and total opposite. So you do have something to look forward to. You know, it's not all doom and gloom, especially for those of you who have been in, you know, jacked up relationships with people. It's not going to be like that. But you got to make sure you make the choice, the right choice for you. You have to look at, no matter how many options come into your energy, you got to ask yourself, collective, what is best for me. Who is treating me the best? Not what you can do for the other person. You know, I tell you this all the time, but it's very important. Okay. You're going to have people to choose from, and you need to make sure that you focus on who is doing the best for you, who's bending over backwards for you, who is willing to do anything they need to do for you, who is ready for commitment, who is not just talking the talk but walking the walk, that type of thing. Okay, so I'm going to get one more card from Spirit and then I'll let you go. Hold on. Okay, so we've got engagement. Your life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So like I said, this will not be someone who plays around, collective. This is somebody who's going to mean business. Okay, they're going to come and be serious and mean exactly what the hell they say, which I feel like it's about time. Okay, all right, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's an email address in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, collective.